This is a live recording of Rezzo and Oakdeon. This is winner's bracket of GSC invitational play-ins. However, we need to do some catching up. They are a little bit ahead of us. By a little bit, I mean about 12 turns. Interesting. Toxic missing there. Kinda really sucks. This Snorlax really cursing up is actually kind of very scary. Especially if it's a Monolax. Or even just EQ. It's Reflect 4E. Okay, that makes that a lot more reasonable that you do this. I actually know some stuff about that 4E because Rezzo was telling me about it before his game. He was hyping it up. Okay, it does look like it is... Okay, that's interesting. It's probably not an EQ lax, because you know you're getting roared out there. Interesting. I really... Okay, because you're at like a +5 lax, right? Or like +4, +3. You're really boosted. And, okay. I found that really funny that you just got roared out to rest. I mean, like, no skin off your back. You're healed. It's probably a Monolax. Doubling edging into a Rhydon behind Reflect isn't gonna do too much. If you were EQ, I can totally understand that because that's gonna do like good shit. Like I can understand clicking EQ, but I'm thinking this is a Monolax. Oh, hi. This kind of looks like a Heracross team. Anytime I see Eggy Raikou, it's just an indication. Okay, Rezzo, what in the world did you bring? Okay, so it's... Okay. So, what am I looking at here? Why is there a Blissey here? Is this Belly Drum Snorlax? I think this is Belly Drum Snorlax. Definitely like a spin Starmie. There's no way it's Toxic Reflect spin 4 with no pursuit. Maybe they're both spin. Okay, looks like standard Sleep Talk Zapdos and like a normal Rhydon. And then there's a... Well, maybe it's Rest Rhydon instead of Curse. I don't know. Why is there a Blissey here? Is it Light Screen Blissey? And like Thunderwave Starmie? Thunderwave Starmie would make a lot of sense here. Cloyster threatens Toxic on this Starmie. And it just says, I'm gonna spin, okay. He pops in on here to say hello. It has sleeped into the Zapper, so Blissey is kinda free here, but also, like, Blissey lets everything and their mother in. I'm very confused at this team I'm looking at. On why it exists, what it's doing. Okay, 4E, I guess that makes sense because it covers... Nice. Covers Boom. Covers Psychic. Covers Giga. You want Spikes Up. Actually, phenomenal play. Okay, you didn't got called out for being preemptive. There's no chance this Gengar's gonna be Fire Punch, so this 4E is safe from that. Raikou Thunder does massive amounts, though. But you got a Blissey, you can respond to that, too. Lax, we already know, kind of gets bullied by this 4E. Is it by chance HP Ghost? Or Boom in the last slots? HP Ghost would be really funny here. You can also kind of go to Blissey. It's also maybe an Alakazam in back. That's also very possible. Like an Espeon. Like some Mon that really... Okay, you really want... You're saying I'm killing Zapdos with this. You're saying I'm killing Ku with this. Is that a Vaporeon in back? If so... That's really scary. Vappy kind of eats this team unless Starmie's Thunder or Blissey's Reflect. I mean, Light Screen Blissey. It's not going to be Reflect Blissey on this team. The Reflect Blissey is so bad because you can't run Heal Bell with Reflect. They're just incompatible together. This Gengar is really spooky, though. It hits everything, like, really hard. If it lands its D-punches. Lax staying in to just rest. That makes sense, because if you took a chunk from D-punch, you just don't want to be trying to, like, land attacks there. You want to be dealing damage. Interesting. Sleep Talk with Frustration, so it's not going to be Belly Drum. Surely it's Sleep Talk EQ, right? surely electing not to burn a sleep turn because he didn't want to sleep talk himself back into rest because he wants to be able to wake up on this turn to click EQ. He wants to wake up on this turn to click rest. I'm starting to wonder if this is a... Okay, he was doing that to preserve PP. That's heavily suggesting this is a monolax. Big deal that Oakdeon gets, Oakdeon, Pikachu Man, gets the Toxic on the Starmie, but Raikou being parried here, if it doesn't rest this turn, it's gotta be stuck parried for a while. This Rhydon is increasingly threatening. We still are not seeing what that last move is on the Lax. Maybe it's Flamethrower? No way, it's Ice Beam or Surf, right? Gengar's down to 5 dynamic punches. Once it runs out of D punches, it's significantly less threatening. Sleep Talk punches itself in confusion. Gengar is chipping down the Lax. It does want to rest here. Big deal that it can't. D-Punch doesn't kill from here, but D-Punch plus confusion hit might barely get it. Or you do that. Here's to hoping this Blissey has Heal Bell, because that's really brutal. It's also very possible Gengar goes boom on the Blissey, and then not Zapdos, Raikou is really scary. Good thing it is paralyzed, because that means Rhydon can actually threaten it out. Good chance Rezzo doesn't go straight to Blissey here, because he doesn't want to have to deal with an awkward 1v1 of Blissey and, Blissey and Gengar, so he elects to go to Starmie here, because you're probably not T-bolting there. He just really doesn't want to deal with that Blissey v Gengar. However, this is actually pretty nice for Rezzo, unless this Tyranitar is Crunch. If it's Crunch, this kind of sucks. Very possible he switches here because... Or surfs? Oh, okay. So that did suggest Tyranitar was either going to pursue or, like, Crunch. Maybe it's T-bolt. Alright. Yeah, I'm not disliking Oakdeon's team. It's interesting. Eggy Raikou is chill. With the Curse Lax, probably Mono Lax, probably a Pursuit Crunch Tar. That's my guess, or at least certainly Pursuit. That's starting to make a lot more sense. Then Raikou is there because you just wanted to use Raikou. Is it a Rorkou? These confusion hits are doing really, really problematic stuff for Rezzo. If Thunder Wave lands on that Gengar recover, like, that could be a really, really big deal, especially Thunder Wave. If Thunder Wave Rhydon's in a really scary spot, the only thing you have to check is Cloyster, and even if, like, Lax really hoping to unthaw here, it does not. Is this Blissey not Heal Bell? Is it... I'm wondering if this is a present Blissey. Present Blissey could also kind of take over this game. Okay, so Lax is in 2-hit KO range from Dynamic Punch. It's in not really 3-hit KO range, unreasonable 3-hit KO range from T-Bolt. So, it's possible Rezzo gets to unfreeze this Lax. Maybe. This 4-8 also is a possible switch in at some point to opposing Lax, get a Reflect up. Okay, he does elect to finally go to the Blissey. And you are in range for Explosion. Gengar Explosion does always kill from this range. However, you could just Ice Punch. This is a really janky game state. where it kind of looks like just Rhydon gets to do things, and that's the only way Rezzo can win. But if Oakdeon doesn't blow up on this Blissey, blows up on like a Fori, he could be in trouble. Rhydon coming in. It was a dynamic punch. Rhydon does take Ice Punch. Like, probably into a KO range, but like, even if you Rock Slide here, like, even if you Q into Cloister here, it is doing a significant chunk. It's Destiny Bond, Gengar, and Rezzo falls for it. That makes sense why he was staying in on Blissey to Dynamic Punch. That's a big deal that this Rhydon is now down. The Snorlax actually kind of looks like it can just take over the game here, but if Rezzo's Snorlax wakes up, unfreezes, then Rezzo also has a similarly very threatening position. This Fori might be carrying Boom in the last slot. Yeah, with or maybe it's Rest. Instead, playing this more like a stall team, Skarmory's stall team. That, honestly, I think that's the approach he went for this team. That makes a lot more sense. I don't know why I didn't catch on to that earlier. Yeah, no, this is just a Skarmory's stall team. It uses Reflect, Toxic, Spikes, Rest, Fori to wall all non-Fire Lax. It uses Rhydon to wall Fire Lax. And then you have a Zapdos, because woohoo. Blissey instead of your Coup. It was Heal Bell Blissey. Now, is it Present Blissey? Because that would be scary. Is there really any response to this Snorlax other than the Fori? I believe Reflect Fori can wall plus 5 normal moves from Snorlax. And PP stall it. Oakdeon only has one boom left to try and open up this game. If he can boom on Blissey, then maybe Coup can do something. Maybe even, maybe even not, because, Cou's gonna have a hard time breaking the Mono Lax. And the thing that this Fori does, this is what that Fori wants. This Fori lives and breathes, like this. It's fine facing a super boosted Lax, because it just clicks Reflect, Toxic. Yeah, no, you're not even getting, the only thing is, if timing of Reflect ends such that you have to rest the next, the turn that Reflect ends, you could be in trouble. Crits could also be scary here. Yep, Rezzo's playing it smart, not resting that turn, because then Lax will break him, because he will have to... Okay, a crit there could have been really big. He will have to... if he rests on the previous turn, Reflect ends, and then he doesn't have Reflect's cover for while he rests. Interesting that Oakdeon attacked on this forced rest turn. Now he's forced into resting his own Snorlax up. And instead, he maybe could have gotten away with switching out to Coup there to threaten. But no, I think this is probably fine. What he's really doing is he's just fishing for crits. This Fori will always PP stall Lax. Mono Lax, it's not gonna break this Fori without crits. Yep, he recognizes that he should be burning Sleep Talk turrets. And Fori's gonna wake up and click Spikes. Yep, this Fori is pretty scary. Okay, Reflect on Coup coming in. The Coup is notably paralyzed, but able to rest it off. There's not something that like super abuses the para other than this Snorlax. Yes. So what the para means is that even though Snorlax might have been into it KO range for Thunder. Yes, it definitely was. It would get thundered once, hopefully not para'd, and then be able to rest. However, this Cloyster double does prevent that. Though, do you really need Zapdos anymore? Can't you just always go Zapdos? Because, like, if Cloyster booms on Zapdos, like... Oh, it isn't Monolax. It is Flamethrower. Okay. That's a big deal. Well, that changes everything. Yeah, it doesn't matter if Chloe booms on your Lax because you're Flamethrower. Because Flamethrower Return Lax is doing nothing this game other than... Because Blissey will stall the coup. But it's doing nothing this game other than threatening coup. Like, it's not doing much to Chloe. It's not doing much to Lax. It's very possible he frustrations here. Yep. Drop the Chloe down very low. It's also not too unlikely he goes to Zapdos here. I suppose Blissey's kind of similar. Maybe he stays in... I don't think he does. This Cloyster boom is pretty forced. I don't think you go Fori here, because just in case the Cloyster surfs your Fori, that's just not a position you want to be in. I guess it's reasonable. I think Zapdos is probably just the safest play here. Because then you still have Fori to permanent wall the opposing Lax, and then you have Blissey Snorlax to perma wall the coup. Coup is never breaking Blissey Lax, like Blissey Sleep Talk Lax. That just doesn't happen. That'd be absurd. Yep, Rezzo didn't take as much time to think on that move. It was mostly Oakdeon thinking. He does elect to surf, which means he gets to preserve his Chloe for another day. Does get more lefties, but not enough to put it in range of like extra switch-ins. However, like Zap even can just rest here. Like, you can just do that. Like, I don't know. Oakdeon kind of just has to figure out some way to break this tall team. And he doesn't really have a good way to do that. He stopped Rezzo from making active progress by killing the Rhydon, but like, okay, if he parried the Lax, there is what he had to pray for, but now Lax gets to rest. Yeah, I think this game is over unless Lax can find a way to crit through Fori, and if it does, then this game is probably over. I quite like Rezzo's team. It's very passive, unfortunately, but I understand the right on there, which is really nice. Has good synergy. I think it's very, very doable overall. Like, it's not bad. This is like a decent Skarmory stall. Frustration, hitting the Lax, doing a good amount. Okay. Is there anything Oakdeon can do other than critting out the Fori? Oh, sorry. Skipped a couple turns ahead. We're back into this scenario of Fori versus boosted Lax. Who wins? Reflect Rest Fori unless it's a ton of crits. He's done a great job of preserving his power points. Like, you still have 26 free spikes to just click whenever you want. You have 27 reflex left. You have a lot of combined power points compared to the Lax's diminishing numbers. And most of these turns, Oakdeon's been using his time more than Rezzo because, yeah, he has to actually think about his moves. Rezzo just gets to play the flowchart. Okay, great. Now I go to Snorlax or Blissey. Yippee-ki-yay. Oh, okay. Great. Now I get to go to Zapdos. Fantastic. I'm getting Chip on the Cloyster. It's even behind a Reflect. Why did you click Boom there? I don't know. Okay, it was behind a Reflect. Your Boom's not killing anything there. Great. Now I get to go to Fortress. Okay. You can keep doubling here. Great, you're getting spikes damage on yourself. Fantastic. I get to go to Snorlax or Blissey. Yippee-ki-yay. HP Ice? Why? Don't you always... Don't you always Thunder there? I don't understand that HP Ice. Because, like, Thunder gives you odds to just, like, hack something out if you get a para and some crits. The Coup agrees with the HP Ice choice. It likes clicking HP Ice in its sleep. But, yeah, I don't know how Oakdeon wins this game. At all. Okay, not Thunder crit. It was frustration. Ku's now forced to rest. Lax can just Lax could even rest itself here. It's fine on power points, but nah, just going a little bit more on the offensive. Oakdeon recognizing that it is game, putting the GG in the chat. Is this a return crit? No. Oh. Oops, skipped too many turns. Yeah, the return eventually landed on the Q. This game's over. Nice. That was actually really cool. I really liked Rezzo's team. Kind of just caught Oakdeon off guard and ate him. I'm wondering how long it'll take them to post their next match. Here. Watch a battle. Anything going on? Oh, their next battle. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the first turn. No, is this the same one? Switch viewpoint. Oh, no, it's just another Snorlax lead Raikou and another... Okay, so this is a different game, but it is another 4E. It has the same nickname. Does the Lax have the same nickname? It does, but it's also very possible Rezzo's just bluffing having the same team. Did Oakdeons have nicknames? They did not. Oakdeons. Oakdeon. Is this the same team again? Did they just elect to use the same teams again? No, okay. That's very different. Nice Rock Slide crit on the Skarmory. Be really hype if this is actually an offense team. I'd be so happy with that. Instead, it's also like it's Zapdos, Machamp, I don't know. Tyranitar, I don't know. That's just janky. I wouldn't, I don't know about that. Oh, interesting. Elects to take the poison on the ride-on. So, is this the same team? Does he just have a Heal Bell Blissey in the back? 3 Rock Slides already burned. Okay. Okay, me comes in here. It'd be really funny if he switches to Gengar. And then it's just like, wait, what? No, but it is looking like the same team from Rezzo. Interesting. This is gonna be a long game. Oh. It's a different team. It's a different team. It's a different team. Let's freaking go. Nice. No way on the previous team. It was Sleep Talk, Hidden Power, Rest, Thunder Wave. No chance in. Like, at all. It could just be the exact same team, except the only move has changed is Sleep Talk to Thunder Wave on the Zapdos. That'd be really funny. I'd like that a lot. I don't know, maybe it's Boomlax. I highly doubt that, because this team needs some kind of Sleep Talk pressure. This Rhydon being poisoned here is a really big deal, especially if this is an EQ Snorlax, though most salty teams aren't carrying that nowadays. They're preferring something more like Monolax or Flame, just because it's kind of hard in the mirror, but it's also very doable. But this Rhydon getting significantly chipped. This Rhydon is not doing so hot. Starmie clicking the Psychic into the Lax. Wonder what this Lax can do. Does it have anything to do against Skarm? It is Curse Lax, so it is a different team, like in more of the ways than just Thunder Wave Sap. But Umbreon is a problem. It's not gonna be Curse Dynamic Punch Snorlax. Yes, Snorlax learns Dynamic Punch. I'm like 85% certain about that. Going to Zap on the Charm. You don't have spikes up. You don't want to really spike Anku with Fori. I don't like that Thunder Wave there. It was very likely that the Raikou was just going to come in. I'd prefer a double Lax there. HP doing nothing. Oop. I might have to cut this recording short and pick it up later. Okay. We'll see. Anyhow. So, it's probably Sleep Talk Skarm here. Okay, it's not. Cool. So, that means it is Whirlwind Drill Peck or Whirlwind Curse. Most likely Whirlwind Curse. Gets really chipped down. Okay, Whirlwind. Yep, was on either set. However, this Skarm's not doing too hot. Lax doubling in, being like, you have to go to Q. You could... Okay, if you double edge here, Skarm gets to rest. If you flamethrower here, you click it. Okay, that's fair. Now you're just going to try and slam Skarm down while it rests. I really wonder what... Interesting. Toxicking it there, electing to say, and not resting. I don't know if I like that play, because now you're super weak. I was right, it is a chance. Let's freaking go. Okay. Sacks the Rhydon to get the switch into the Zapdos, most likely. Maybe Snorlax. Snorlax would be reasonable here. This Machamp is really scary if it's HP Bug or Ghost. Significantly less scary if it's HP, if it's just EQ. However, this Fori's a scary guy if it's got Boom. If it's HP Fire Boom, the big thing is, with Rezzo, you need to figure out a way to prevent this Skarmory from ever resting up. And if you continually let it switch in on double switches, then it'll get lefties. And then pretty soon it'll be able to switch in and take an attack that you don't want it to. Umbreon takes the crit double edge. It is a crit magnet, as we all know. Check the Whispers channel for more. purely factual information that has no opinion in it at all. Goes to the Machamp, knowing it is unlikely that this is a Moonlight toxic Umbreon, because you need the second Sleep Talker against stuff like Nidoking, because this is not going to be a Sleep Talk Lax. And since you've shown that this is not a Sleep Talk Skarmory, even then, Sleep Talk Skarmory is not fun into Nidoking. Sleep Talk Suicune can kind of get away with it, because Thunders aren't doing too much, but it's not fun. The double switch here. Rezzo has not found a way to preserve spikes, though. Going to a Snorlax, but a Snorlax is taking chip. Double edge into the Fori. Crit a little hit. It's taken a lot of damage from Poison and Recoil. This Fori can finally get up spikes for Oak's side. Snorlax is electing to rest, knowing that Skarm is not coming in this turn. However, it does mean Skarm can switch in to get guaranteed lefties, unless this is a Sleep Talk rolling double edge. Okay, he does go for that, hoping to catch like a Skarm on the switch, but interestingly, Oakdeon saying, I'm gonna just take you on with my Lax, but okay, I guess this is fine. Like, as long as you don't let the Lax get too boosted. Okay, nice play, switching the Zam in on Curse. This is Encore Zam, so Oakdeon should switch to the Umbreon. Correct play here. However, Umbreon, that's never beating this Alakazam. Oh, it'll infinitely wall it pretty much, but it's never beating it. However, Fori gets in. Does he go to Skarmory this turn to try and... Oh. HP Bug. I don't... What is this insistence with never going to Skarmory? Like, it's revealed HP Bug as Fori. It doesn't even have lefties Fori, by the way. It's revealed HP Bug. Okay. It's at low attack. Like, that's doing, like, almost negative damage. Okay, guess how much damage this is doing to Skarmory? Like, none. Like, almost none. So the real question is... Oh, at this point, do you go Lax? Yes, you do. Just Raikou Para. Nope, just doubles to Umbreon. Rezzo really just needs to get spikes up here and preserve them. Like, otherwise he might be in trouble. Thunder Waves the Umbreon. That's a big deal, because now it's at full HP and parried, so it can't rest off it. This could actually be a really, really big deal for the Machamp, because the Skarmory is in no position at all to check the Machamp. If this is HP Bug Machamp, or HP Ghost, it will slam that Starmie. Again, we have this Raikou on Fori scenario, and he doesn't want the Raikou to get to damage the Fori, but Oakdeon's just disrespecting this man with the double switches. Zam isn't a really good breaker here, because of that Umbreon. That Umbreon is gonna cause it permanently problems. I guess unless it's toxic, then you can eventually break the Umbreon. Okay, Oakdeon's Lax is not favored in this 1v1, but the difference in starting HP may have, like, notable effect here. Rezzo forced to rest. This is scary damage from the opposing Snorlax, clearly showing the ability to 2-hit KO from this range. And both Lax's Curse one more level down. Big deal crit from Oak's Lax. Oakdeon is an... Oh, that's scary. Yep, you force the cross chop, praying for the crit. However, like, maybe Rezzo still isn't out. It is Psychic Me, which does cause complications for the Machamp. I would say Oak is significantly favored in this matchup. Zam on Ku, though. Zam does do some scary stuff to paralyzed Raikous. But yeah, Rezzo's putting a GG in the chat. He knows it's going to be stupid hard to win. I should ask him if it was EQ champ. Because if it was, it's like, oh, how do you win here? Because, like, yeah, you're in a really, really tough spot. Okay. Well, while we wait, watch a battle. Any Farseus Ubers, any Gen 3, any Gen 5, any Gen 6, any Gen 7, any okay, lobby. Is there anything going on? Okay, there's not a single battle going on in Smog Dwarfs right now. Nice. We'll watch a Freeze Eye battle. Don't look, don't look. Okay, well, hopefully you didn't see who won that early Terra with the Golden Go. Looking to Dazzling Gleam the Hoopa out of existence. Is it Specs Golden Go? Just getting chip on the Clodsire? I don't understand what I'm looking at. Oh. That didn't do any damage at all. It's Gliscor, my second favorite spiker. Hoopa, okay. Interesting. Oh, whoa. I guess that makes sense, because if, like, Specs Dark Pulse hits into the Slowking, you just explode. Magma Storm, though, taunting the Slow... Why would you taunt... Oh, because it runs Chilly Reception. Good to know. I forget that's a move. Wow. That kind of looks like you're getting smoked. Okay, well, Mr. Uber45 is showing that he's got a very scary team. Dragapult Specs, gonna click Dragon move? Nope, clicking U-turn. Right. And who cares? We'll skip to the end. Somehow Freeze Eye pulls it out with the Nasty Plot Golden Go. Nice. Eggy versus Zapdos. Is this Pinkbo Eggy Go Boom? I like Pinkbo Eggy Go Boom. Unless I'm the one using it, then it's awful. It sucks to use, but it's funny to watch. It's also very possible that it just clicks Sleep Move. Oh gosh, you clicked Sleep Move into a Thunder Wave Zap? That's so good. Why did Zap stay in here? Why would Zap stay in here? I don't understand. I don't understand. Why would your sleep... Okay, is this Milk Tank stall with Marowak? Is this Blissey stall? Do you have a Heal Bell on it, is what I'm asking. Toxic missing here is very significant. This Lax gets to... Oh, it's Body Slam. It's doable. Okay, Para sucks here. How do you respond to this? If this is a EQ Lax, you're in a scary spot. Boom. Oh, that hurts. Boomer spikes. Wait, did he spike already? Sorry, I didn't check. No, he didn't spike. So he clicked spikes that turn where he was paralyzed. He just kind of... Dang it, that sucks. Sorry, man. Trying not... I should be a little less biased in my commentary. Alright. So, what's the response to this boosted Lax? Is it Monolax or is it EQ? Because this is EQ. That's really scary. Is this Hero team? Is this a Hero team? Like Hera Machamp with explosions to like self-destruct lax? It chooses to body slam the golem, which roars it out into Tyranitar. Tyranitar very well could be Surf here. It's probably Pursuit, though. It's very possible it pursues this golem, actually. That'd be kind of funny. Oh, stay in an EQ. Nice. My guess is... Okay, so it's not going to be a Surf Tyranitar. Probably. Less likely. The odds of it decreased that turn. Milk Tank. I was right. It is a Milk Tank team. Is this the stupid Quagsire one? It's the stupid Quagsire. It's stupid Drum Quagsire. Okay. Double-edged crit? No crit. Okay. Milk Tank is a crit magnet, as we all know. Crit, 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 crit. Aww. Okay. Yeah, so it was the stupid Quagsire team. Dumb. I should have known as soon as I saw Tyranitar, because the way that the Zapdos was played turn 1 heavily suggested a Bell in the back. And as soon as you see Tyranitar, like, this is a known team, you should be like, huh, Thunderwave Zapdos, probably a Beller in back. Oh, I see a Tyranitar. The last are Milk Tank, Quagsire, and Cloyster. Sometimes it's Quagsire Skarmory, and it goes Spikeless. HP Rock Quagsire hitting into the Eggy. Yeah, this team doesn't love facing Eggy that much. That's part of why it is gonna be Pursuit Tyranitar, just so you can finish off some Eggies. It's usually Rest Tyranitar, like Rest, Crunch, Pursuit, Roar. I've seen that on this team. I've also seen Drum on this Snorlax. It's gonna be EQ though. Maybe. Could also be Sleep Talk, I suppose. Giga into the Zapdos. Gets Sleep Powdered on the Whirlwind. Interesting that it's Whirlwind. I've not seen this team with Whirlwind Zapdos before, I don't think. Normally it really wants, like, Zap to be a to stick around for a long time. And so looking at what Rezzo has, is there any possibility it's at Is there a possibility of Vaporeon? Vappy eats this team if Zapdos isn't Rest. Snorlax comes in, meets another Snorlax. Both are cursors. Let's see what happens here. Double Edge. Crit? Aw, dang it. Milk Tank's gonna growl here. Or Milk Drink. Okay. Double Edge. No crit. 20 Double Edges left. Nope. Okay. I believe Rezzo switches here. Yep. Because even then, the Milkshake wouldn't be in crit range. Eggy pops in to say hello on the Quagsire. Does he double switch out? No, he just clicks Psychic. Psychic's a fun move here, especially if you get a special defense drop. Zapdos gets to come in here. Giga Drain was covering the Tyranitar switch, and you don't really want to let Tyr switch in because it's probably Crunch Pursuit. This is not a fun position to be in with your Rezzo, though, because you're going to run out of Giga Drains eventually. Para here is a fun thing. Makes you feel spicy inside. Lax cursing up. Takes the Psychic. Golem's going to have a hard time repeatedly answering this Lax if it is indeed actually EQ. It's very, very possible it is. EQ shouldn't kill from here. It does a lot, though. However, Golem Boom does kill Lax here. I don't think Rezzo goes for it. It's just a not fun position to be if you're Rezzo. It did go for Roar on the curse. Quag coming out, inviting in Eggy. Unlikely Quag clicks the belly drum. Possible double to Tyranitar, though. It's even possible Golem stays in EQs. It's not like a horrible play. Quag EQ isn't too strong. Does 45 to 53. Yep, it is Eggy on Tyranitar. You Giga Drain here, most likely. If I'm Oki'd, and I'm probably switching out here, it's Fire Blast. That's brutal. Good thing it's no Para on the Eggy side. You're in a not fun position here if you're Rezzo, where Fire Blast might just drop you. I was right, it is Vaporeon! Let's freaking go! Okay, so if it is Pursuit Tar, it's the bad Tar. It's like Rock Slide, Pursuit, Fire Blast is a depressing Tar. Oh crap, I need to disappear. Oh duh, I forget, Starmie's always on this team. Why did I say it's sometimes Cloyster here? Well, sometimes it is Cloyster here, but there's always a Starmie. Alright, I gotta disappear. Alright, picking back up where we left off. This is... Yeah, sorry. Okay. For me, it's been several hours. Okay, so this is T-Wave Starmie. How did I, like... This team always carries Starmie, so instead, sometimes it's Tar, sometimes it's Skarmory, sometimes, well, every once in a while it's not Starmie and it's Cloyster. Usually it is Spin Spikes. Alright, so looking at this Snorlax is going to have, like, it's very possible it has EQ. And it's just bluffing not having it, but now I'm starting to err on the side that it really doesn't have EQ. Body Slam is just because this team really likes parrying everything. That is a significant crit on the Eggy, because every time Eggy can switch into Quag or Starmie is significant. So the faster Eggy gets chipped down, the scarier Quagsire gets, especially now that Vaporeon is paralyzed. Zapdos isn't paralyzed, which is very important, but, like, even Golem's parried, so if Quag gets a belly drum off, it's in a very, very threatening position to just win the game on the spot. And that's really bad, that Quag might just get a drum off here. Okay, it doesn't. Wondering if it's Curse Quag. If it is, then it's not very scary compared to what Drum would do. If it was Drum, it might have won there, because it outspeeds an Oko's Lax. But Zapdos HP Ice is not, I mean, like, maybe you take out the Zapdos. Maybe. I understand not wanting to drum there, but I think you go for it, right? Or are you really fishing for para on the Zapdos? So, looking at this game state, we're not quite at the point where we start counting PP for really anything. Notably, Sleep Pressure is currently off from Rezzo's side because Zapdos was slept. We have Vappy full HP parried. We have Golem full half HP-ish parried. We have Eggy low HP parried. Body Slam does not do a lot to a Vappy. It's already parried, so you can't, like, get that benefit. Does even less to Golem. So Zapdos does burn a sleep turn. It definitely wouldn't have sleep talk. Interesting that the milk tank one of these many times hasn't gone for a heal bell. But I do understand wanting to chip down this Vaporeon. Rezzo getting the rest off there is very significant because it means he's significantly less threatened by the Quagsire to just to just sweep. Snorlax cursing up here as well is threatening to the milk tank because if Lax ever crits this milk tank when it's below like 70% HP, it's just game over. In a sense, this tar might like not be carrying Roar. I think it is. I think it's Pursuit Roar. But I really can't be sure with the amount of variability this team can have. Quag showing up into the Vaporeon. Rezzo's been really good this game at doubling in something to scare out the Quagsire. Zapdos looking for Para on the Lax or Dose. Nice play there. Clicking Para again, saying, yeah, you're not going to boom your Golem. Gets Para off on the Lax. And it's at full HP, so it can't rest it off. But the Body Slam catches the Eggy. Eggy's in no position to do pretty much anything anymore. Multiple body slams on the Lax allow it to rest off the Para. And it elects not to sleep talk and it elects not to show if it has sleep talk or not. We actually don't know if it does. I'm fairly certain it is a sleep talker. Okay, yeah, this is what I was saying earlier. You could have jumped back when the Vaporeon was paralyzed, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, 999 stab, Earthquake kills, so I think that was a huge misplay from Oak, that he didn't take the chance to, because, yeah, no, I think it was a guaranteed win he had. I'm pretty sure that was a 100% chance to win other than crits from Zapdos HP, because, like, you drop Zapdos with HP Rock, you Oko Vappy with EQ at +6. The Eggy was about 50%, so maybe Eggy slightly survives, but I don't think it does. You kill Golem, you outspeed an Oko Lax. Well, oh no, it's not Oko. It's if you Lax is slight chip, so maybe the Lax was full HP, but I'm pretty sure it had slight chip on it. Even then, still odds too. But Oakdeon's still in a very threatening position if they can ever get this Quagsire arrested. I just think they should have done it back when they had the Vaporeon paralyzed. A double-edged crit here could be fairly damaging. Detrimental, because it was milk drinking every time there. Are we baiting out growls now? Are we trying to growl stall? Or just essentially neutralizing the impact of this milk tank? Snorlax is likely to get parried pretty soon if it keeps up these lines. And if a Quagsire double switches in on a Golem turn, could be problematic for Rezzo, because it does allow the Quag to rest off unless you boom that turn. But if you boom that turn, Milk Tank gets really problematic. Starmie does get a para off on the Snorlax. Goes for a surf on it. If you take a double edge crit, you would have lost Starmie. Milk Tank's in a really scary spot. It's forced into milk drinking or growling here. If it gets crit, it does drop. Rezzo has one more turn that he can fish for a crit. Okay, doesn't get it. Down to 8 double edges. This is the point where you do start counting power points. Elects to rest off the para. Quags are coming in. It's an Eggy. Eggy at least denies the belly drum. Not belly drum. At least denies the rest. Vappy on Zap, though. Oop, is it a Sleep Talk Snorlax? It is not. Quagsire gets the rest off. This Eggy is not happy about that, but it does get sleep, right? Okay. I understand Giga getting extra healing. It does have sleep powder pressure again, though. Snorlax does let in the Milk Tank, which does get to Heal Bell off. Heal Bell off the rest to the Quagsire. This is what Oak's team is basically like. It's one of its ideal lines. Eggy coming in saying, yeah, if you just like it's saying you're gonna growl me, I guess, and you really didn't want to take a body slam there, and they weren't going to Quagsire or like raw on your lax without it growled up, T-bolt into the goal, and that's a very funny turn. Paralyzed Golem taking T-bolt and EQing. Oh, that's a not fun turn. Goes to Executor. Quagsire just electing to click the EQ button, saying no way. Golem goes boomy boom. Sleep Powder does land into the Zapdos, though. That's really good for Rezzo's Vaporeon. And again, like, the Giga Drain's very understandable here. Even though you're running low on them, you only really need one to threaten out Quagsire, and you're gaining so much HP. But the Boom coming out here really smashing that Snorlax. Yeah, I really get, like, I get this. This makes a lot of sense, where, actually, I don't like that play from Oak. I think you always go Milk Tank here before the Vappy is too boosted up, and what that allows you to do is Heal Bell off the Zapdos, so that the Zapdos will be able to do something to the Vaporeon. What you're doing here is you're giving the Vaporeon growths and just praying it paras. I am really not a fan of that line. You might have just had to, like, sack the Milk... No, this is too late. See, you're doing that now, but the Vaporeon already has multiple growths, and now the Vaporeon, I believe it Oko's Zapdos from this range. You're going to give it a rest now, though. Okay, yep. Vaporeon is probably clicking rest here. Interesting. Okay, Zapdos does get to come in to threaten you out. Goes to the Snorlax. Is it Cursey Q? If it's Cursey Q, it could be very threatening here. I don't understand the Quagsire coming in here as much. I would understood, like, your own Lax a little bit more. Would have understood the Tyranitar. Just not a big fan of the Quagsire here. Is it EQ? What is this Lax set? Is it Curse Flame? I was right, it is Roartar. The last move will very likely be pursued. Vaporeon in on the Starmie. Basically forcing the Zapdos hand, but you do get to rest off your para. My Thunderwave hoping to hit the Lax. Thunderwave hoping to hit the Lax, roars into Quagsire, which is pretty scary. But does he elect to go for the Boom to deny? Yes, that would have been a very horrible turn if he parried on that. Now Tar's hoping for lucking, just trying to luck this game out. It will roar next, because you're not going to ever luck out a... Yeah, I was right, it is EQ. So when he was cursing again on the Tyranitar, he's saying, prove it to me that you have roar. If you don't have roar, I'll just curse up one more time, then EQ you into oblivion. I'm not reviewing EQ yet. If you do have roar, oh well, I'll do that later. In this Vaporeon, electing not to click Sleep Talk there. Or, yeah, it does click it here. Snorlax cursing here. Why would you curse here? Why wouldn't you rest? Okay. Vaporeon stays in and clicks Surf again here. Because you lift the T-Bolt, like, easily. Okay. I'm very skeptical of some of Oak's lines in here. There was like he could have drummed with the Quagsire way earlier and just won the game. That was literally a game losing misplay. I'm gonna double check +6 Quagsire versus Eggy. Yeah, Earthquake's doing upwards of 51 to 60. I'm pretty sure he had it. If he drummed a little earlier, or at least he could have tried it. Got the Zapdos kill early. Nice. Well, Rezzo took that endgame quite well. Was able to pull it out. Okay. So Rezzo wins the set.